If you're new here, please hit the subscribe button below, and that bell will notify you when I post a new video. If you've been here before, welcome back. I so appreciate you. Tonight's video, we're going to read two stories. One that was a favorite of mine as a child, and one that was a favorite of my daughter's as a child. And I hope that you like them. I just wanted to show you everybody two things first. I just want to reiterate that if you're going through a hard time right now, it's not forever. It really isn't, I promise. Things tend to go in cycles, and sometimes days are harder than others. But I found this in the dollar store, and it spoke to me. And I used to hang it up at my job, and now I keep it where I can see it at home. Plus, I like to tap on it. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I know about life. It goes on. And it does. It does. I promise you that. Okay. Another thing. Somebody asked me how I got started on ASMR, listening to it. And I was actually watching a Brad Mondo video on hair. And he had a video of ASMR Darling with his Taylor, and she was doing the haircut. Oh my gosh, what a revelation. Tingles were going. I couldn't, she was whispering, and I'm just like, it's like someone was talking right to me. So I looked it up, I found her, and that's how I got started. And one of my favorite videos of hers is when you're sad, a friend comforts you. It's wonderful. It really is. But one of the things that she had is she went to light a candle, and she had wooden matchsticks in a jar, glass jar, and she would go back and forth. That sound is one of my favorites, and I looked everywhere for that, and the only place I could find it was from the US, so I would have to pay, the exchange rate duty if there was any. It would have been like $60 for a bottle of matches, but I did, however, find the bottle. It's a spice jar. So now I just have to try to find the wooden matches that go into it. Not the teeny ones, not the extra long, just the ones that would fit in here. And then I can make the sound for you guys. So if anyone knows where I can get the wooden matchsticks, please let me know, okay? Thanks. Now let's get started and get you to sleep, okay? First thing we're gonna do, let's prepare ourselves, okay? And everybody knows, I always say we need to do our breathing, okay? Our breath is our first constant. It's our only constant. It's the first thing we do in life. It's the last thing we do in life. So let's get ourselves centered, and we're going to take breath in. Now I do a count of 4. If that works for you, great. If you can't do that many, you do what you need to do. Okay, this is about all of us working together at our own pace. We're going to gently hold for 4. None of that, just a gentle hold, and then a release for 4. Okay, are you ready? Breathe in through the nose. Hold. And release. Excellent, you did very well. Let's try it again. Hold. Release. Excellent. Now let's do one together, and I'll just make the gestures, okay? Ready? Excellent, you guys did great. Now, I want you to get comfy. Put your back against whatever it is you're leaning on, a chair or a bed or couch. Have the lighting the way you like it. If you like dim or dark or light. Just remember, Auntie's angel has one rule: no lit candles when you're trying to sleep. These are battery operated, those are fine. But no flames when you're trying to sleep, okay? I want you guys safe, okay? And get the covers up to where you like them. And we're gonna begin. So the first book is Alice the Fairy by David Shannon. I know this book off by heart because every night I'd ask my daughter what book she wanted, and it would be Alice the Fairy. It got to the point I was tired of it, and then I was so sad when she stopped reading it. So, like what you've got now. Are you ready? Okay. Hi, my name is Alice, and I'm a fairy. I'm not a permanent fairy. I'm a temporary fairy. You have to pass a lot of tests to be a permanent fairy. She looks like a fairy to me. I have wings so I can fly. I can't fly very high yet, but I can fly really fast. This is my magic wand, and this is my blanket. Fairies use magic wands to change frogs into princes and things like that. I changed my dad into a horse. One time, my mom made cookies for my dad, so I turned them into mine. I've done that trick myself a few times. I felt bad about the cookies, so I thought I'd whip him up a new outfit. Did I tell you that he is the Duke of Morningside Drive? No, well, he is. I mean, what dad wouldn't want those shoes, really? I want those shoes. But clothes were too hard, so I made him a new crown instead. With my magic wand, I can make leaves fall from trees, and I can draw pictures on the water. Magic is all around us. We just have to encourage it. Sometimes I use my wand to disappear, but that's kind of scary. I'd rather use my blanket. Of course, I also have a magic mirror. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the fairest of them all? Well, what do you know? It's me, Alice. Thanks, mirror. Fairy dust is very useful. I use it to turn oatmeal into cake. I like a lot of fairy dust on my oatmeal too. Casting spells is another important part of being a fairy. I'm going to make my dog float to the ceiling. Hocus pocus, croakin' docus. Hawkin, falcon, riggin, tolkien. Doggin, floggin, biddle noggin. Okay, that one needs some work. I think the dog isn't cooperating. But a fairy must be very careful with magic. Once I accidentally turned my white dress into a red one. That made the Duchess so mad that she locked me in the tower forever. But I got away. A fairy's life is filled with danger. Broccoli is often poisoned by the wicked Duchess and should never be eaten. Fairies hate baths. I'd like to turn my bathwater into strawberry jello. That would be fun. But I don't know how yet. It does look like fun though. You have to be a permanent fairy to do tricks like that. They go to advanced fairy school to learn how. I'm supposed to learn how to make clothes get up off the floor, dance around, and line up in my closet. I have problems with that spell myself. I'm not very good at that though. probably be a temporary fairy forever. I hope you enjoyed it. The illustrations are so nice, aren't they? Even the back of the book. Now the next book we're going to read is a little long, so if you just want to listen and drift off, sweet dreams. If you just want to listen to noise in the background, that's fine too. But I love this story. Who's a Pest? By Crosby Bonsall. All right. Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly all looked at Homer. Homer was their brother. I didn't do it, said Homer. Yes, you did, they said. Yes, you did, and you're a pest. It can be hard when you have siblings, too. Then Lolly, Molly, and Polly, and Dolly all turned their backs. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. But Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly just walked away. Down by the woodpile, Homer said again, I'm not a pest. I never said you were, said a lizard. I never said you said I was, said Homer. I never said you said I said you were, said the lizard. I never said, I said that you said that I was. Said what? Asked the lizard. Said I was a pest, said Homer. Who? Asked the lizard. You, said Homer. Me? I'm no pest. I never said you were, said Homer. I never said you said I was, said the lizard. Oh, Beans, said Homer. You started it, said the lizard. You are a pest. And the lizard slipped away. Poor Homer. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. He ran all the way down a hill and met a chipmunk. What time is it? Asked the chipmunk. 10 to 2, said Homer. 10 to who? Said the chipmunk. Not who, what? Said Homer. 10 to what? Asked the chipmunk. Yes, said Homer. Yes? Cried the chipmunk. What kind of time is that? It isn't the time, said Homer. But I asked you for the time, said the chipmunk. I told you, said Homer. What? Said the chipmunk. The time, said Homer. What time? Asked the chipmunk. The time it was then. When was then? Asked the chipmunk. When you asked me, said Homer. Well, when did I ask you? Asked the chipmunk. At 10 to 2, said Homer. But that was then, said the chipmunk. What time is it now? 2 to 2, said Homer. Don't toot at me, said the chipmunk. You're a pest. And the chipmunk ran away. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. No one ever thinks he's a pest, said a rabbit. You can't tell about yourself. I can tell about myself, said Homer. They can't tell about myself. About me, said the rabbit. You? Asked Homer. They can't tell about me, said the rabbit. You too, said Homer. No, you, said the rabbit. They can't tell about you. That's what I said Homer. Now what shall I do? I'm glad you asked me, said the rabbit. I'm no pest, so I shall be able to tell you how not to be a pest. Okay, said Homer. Stay out of gardens, said the rabbit. But I don't go into gardens, said Homer. Well, stay out of them anyways, said the rabbit. But if I'm not in, how can I stay out? Homer asked. It's easy, said the rabbit. You can stay out by not going in. But I am out, said Homer. You're lucky, said the rabbit. You got out just in time. But I was never in, said Homer. Oh, hush, said the rabbit. The others were right. You are a pest. And the rabbit hopped away. Beans, said Homer. I'm not a pest. Homer sat down. Soon he heard a sound. "Help!" it said. "Help! Help! Help!" Homer looked around. "Help who?" he asked. "Help me," said the sound. "Who's me?" Homer asked. "Me is me. I don't know who you are," said the sound. "I am Homer," said Homer. "Please help me, Homer," said the sound. "Where are you?" asked Homer. "Here," said the sound. "Where's here?" asked Homer. "Here is here," said the sound. "Oh my," cried Homer, "I'll never find you because I don't know where here is." "Then find someone who does," cried the sound. Just then the rabbit came along. "You must help me," Homer cried. "Oh, it's you," said the rabbit. "What a pest." "Me is lost." "You don't look lost to me," said the rabbit. "I'm not lost," said Homer. "Me is." "Who is me?" said the rabbit. You're the rabbit," said Homer. "I know that," snapped the rabbit. "Who is the me that you're talking about?" "He says he is me," Homer said. "Well, if he says he's you, you must find you. And here you are," said the rabbit. The chipmunk ran by and stopped. "Please help me," Homer said. "Oh, it's you," said the chipmunk. "What a pest." "He wants us to find me," said the rabbit. "Find you?" asked the chipmunk. "But you are here." "No, no, no," cried the rabbit. "Me is here." "That's what I said," said the chipmunk. "What did you say?" asked the lizard. He slipped out from behind the tree. "He said he was here," Homer said. "Oh, it's you," said the lizard. "What a pest." "Me," said the rabbit. "Help," said the sound. "What is that?" cried the rabbit, the chipmunk, and the lizard. "That is me," said Homer. "You?" they cried. "No, me," cried the sound. "I am here." Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly slipped by. They saw Homer. "Oh, it's you. What a pest." But Homer didn't hear. He and the rabbit and the chipmunk and the lizard were looking all over. "What are you looking for?" asked Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. "Not what, who," said Homer. "Not who, whom," said the rabbit. "Whom what?" asked the girls. "Whom are you looking for?" said the chipmunk. "We're not looking for anyone," said Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. "Well, start looking for me," said the sound. Lolly took a step back. Crash! Lolly wasn't there anymore. Molly went to look. Crash! Molly wasn't there anymore. Polly ran over. Crash! Polly wasn't there anymore. Dolly ran after Polly. Crash! Dolly wasn't there anymore. "This is silly," said the rabbit. He hopped over. Crash! The rabbit wasn't there anymore. The chipmunk went after him. Crash! He wasn't there anymore. "Well," said the lizard, "I guess it's my turn." Crash! The lizard wasn't there anymore either. "Help!" cried the sound. "Help! Help! Help!" cried Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. "Help!" cried the rabbit, the chipmunk, and the lizard. "I think I'll go home," said Homer. But if he went home without his sisters, his mother would say, "Well, Homer, where are your sisters? Where are Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly?" And Homer would say, "In a hole." And think of the lizard and all the little lizards waiting for their father. And their father was in a hole. And think of the chipmunk and all the little chipmunks waiting for their father. And their father was in a hole. And think of the rabbit and all the little rabbits. And their mother was in a hole. And think of the sound, whatever it was, and all the little whatevers waiting for their whatever. The whatever was in a hole. Homer pulled the lizard, who pulled the chipmunk, who pulled the rabbit, who pulled Lolly and Molly and Polly and Dolly, who pulled and pulled and pulled whatever it was. What was it? It was a bear. I'm a pest, he said. Poor bear. No, 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 said Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. No, said the lizard and the chipmunk. No, indeed, said the rabbit. Bear's the pest, he said, and they all looked at Homer. Not at all, said the bear. He got me out. He did not, I did, snapped the rabbit. You did not, I did, cried the chipmunk. You are both wrong, I did, said the lizard. No, we did, cried Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. I don't see how, said the bear. You were with me in the hole. Oh, said the rabbit. Said the chipmunk. Said the lizard. Lolly looked at the sky, Molly looked at her toes. Polly looked at her nails, and Dolly rubbed her nose. Now, said the bear, I fell in a hole and made a lot of fuss, so that makes me a pest. You each made a lot of fuss, so that makes you a pest. The bear looked at Homer. There's just one who is not a pest. Who's that? Asked Homer. Well, if you don't know, snapped the rabbit, we won't tell you, cried the chipmunk. Right, said the lizard, what a pest. Beans, said Homer, I'm not a pest. Right, 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 sang Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. That's what I said, said the lizard. Said what? Asked the rabbit. Said who? Asked the chipmunk. I didn't say anything, said the bear. We didn't say you did, said Lolly, Molly, Polly, and Dolly. I didn't say you said I did, said the lizard. Yes, you did, said the rabbit. You keep out of this, said the chipmunk. You're a pest. And Homer and the bear just